Coming up on Mountain News this morning, the new COVID-19 subvariant taking hold of Europe arrives in the U.S. Some hospitals in our region received some major funding to help expand their care in coal-impacted communities.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning. My name is Keaton Hall. It is 4:59 in about 45 seconds on your Thursday morning. Dakota Makers is off today. We're going to throw it over to Brandon Robinson to get us started with our first weather.
Yeah, good morning, Keaton. Good to have you joining us this morning. It was an active weather day yesterday, but things have finally started to calm down just a little bit this morning. A little cooler, too. Let's take a look at our satellite radar loop. You can't even see anything from last night because it went away so quickly, but it packed a punch when it was coming through here for a little while. We'll take a look at temperatures. Everybody's basically in the 40s this morning. Got a couple of 50s showing up there. Logan, Irvin, and Somerset. I expect those to drop a little bit here in the next few minutes. But again, I think we're upper 40s for the most part today. The wind still coming out of the west-southwest, so we're going to see some warmer air try to push in, but not a whole lot of warmth left as that front is on the way by. Your out-the-door forecast for today, a mixture of clouds and sun, and we'll see some stray rain chances at times. It'll stay breezy, only about 60 for a daytime high. Keaton.
Thanks, Brandon. A new Omicron variant is in the United Kingdom, has moved its way into the U.S., but experts say you don't need to worry right now. BA2 is more transmissible than other variants, but no more severe. One health leader we talked to said as cases are dropping, they're seeing a dramatic decrease in testing. That is causing some communities to test wastewater for the presence of the virus.
From that wastewater sampling, they are seeing increased levels of virus different places. And so, again, we should start seeing more people becoming ill with COVID and subsequently, seeking out testing, getting tested.
Health leaders say even if you have both doses of a COVID vaccine, you need to get your booster to make sure you're protected against the virus. ARH officials tell us they have received a power grant through the Appalachian Regional Commission. The money will go towards a service expansion that could have a big impact on your health care. WYMT's Zach Hawk met with ARH leaders and has the latest.
The ARH hospital system will use $1.5 million of grant money to build 2 long-term acute care hospitals in eastern Kentucky. Russell Barker will serve as president and CEO of ARH Advanced Care and oversee the operation.
Currently, there's no services like this in our service area, so patients and their families are having to travel greater than an hour and a half in any direction to get these services.
Currently under construction, the state-of-the-art facilities will care for patients with complex medical conditions that require long hospitalizations. Officials say keeping families close improves long-term health outcomes for the patients.
The families being involved in the care that they're receiving while they're in our facilities, it's going to help facilitate recovery when they go home and long-term recovery.
2 25-bed facilities are currently being built, one in Hazard at the ARH Medical Campus, the other in Pike County at the Tug Valley ARH Campus. The projects are possible thanks in part to a grant from the Appalachian Regional Commission's Power Initiative, which improves coal-impacted communities.
It certainly helps us to better serve our communities anytime that we can get a grant that will help fund it.
Barker added that the project will create more than 100 new jobs in the region. In Hazard, Zach Hawk, WYMT Mountain News.
ARH is not the only power grant recipient. $500,000 will go to the Leadership Kentucky Foundation for its Bright Kentucky program. Officials with the foundation say they're working to develop dedicated Eastern Kentuckians for future business and political leadership.
And we just see so much excitement and wonderful things happening in Eastern Kentucky. And this next generation of leaders are the ones that are going to fulfill it and make it all happen.
Other grant recipients include $1.5 million for a work-ready program at Southeast Kentucky Community and Technical College, and another $1.2 million will go to Eastern Kentucky Pride for the Kentucky Wildlands Regional Tourism Initiative. Governor Andy Beshear has announced new funding to showcase tourism in the state. 103 tourism and destination marketing organizations in 88 Kentucky counties will receive more than $5 million in funding. Governor Beshear says Kentucky has a lot to offer.
To market how great of a Commonwealth it is, to show everything from Cumberland Falls to Natural Bridge to Kentucky Lake and Lake Barkley.
The governor says the money will help, but called on the General Assembly to invest more in tourism. The president of the National Education Association is touring schools across the country to see how they're operating as the pandemic winds down. Yesterday, she visited Frederick Douglass High School and the Carter G. Woodson Academy in Lexington. Becky Pringle says she was impressed with the in-house courtroom and media production studio at Douglass. She says she enjoyed seeing students at Woodson study Langston Hughes. But she says not every school has these resources, and she believes more should be done to reach every student. Thanks for getting your day started with us here on Mountain News this morning. Coming up next, Earth's Arctic ice continues to see major melting. We'll have more on that in just a few minutes.
And a cooling trend is on the way to our forecast starting today. I'll tell you about it and how chilly we could get here in about 3 minutes.